What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today I will telling about half France coin of 1968 worth of value coin. The 1968 French 1/2 franc coin, part of the Semeuse series designed by Oscar Roty, holds varying values based on its condition and rarity. According to numismatic catalogs, the coin's value ranges from 10 cents to 43 cents, depending on its state of preservation. For collectors, the value of the 1968.5 franc coin can fluctuate based on demand, availability, and the specific characteristics of individual coins. Coins in uncirculated UNC condition or with unique features may command higher prices in the market. The year 1968 was a period of significant social and political upheaval in France, marked by widespread protests and strikes. Despite these challenges, the French economy continued to grow, and the 1/2 franc coin played a role in everyday transactions. Composition: nickel. Diameter 19.5 mm. Weight 4.5 grams. Edge: ribbed. Designer: Oscar Roty. Minting location: Paris. Mint. The obverse of the coin features the Semeuse, Sower, a symbol of liberty and progress, while the reverse displays the olive branch and the national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité. These elements reflect the values of the French Republic. Approximately 57.5 million 1/2 franc coins were minted in 1968, making it a common coin in circulation during that period. However, well-preserved specimens are sought after by collectors due to their historical and aesthetic appeal. The 1968 French 1/2 franc coin serves as a tangible link to a pivotal moment in French history. While its monetary value may be modest, its cultural and numismatic significance endures, making it a valuable addition to any collection. Country: France. Denomination: 0.50 franc half new franc. Year: 1968. Composition: nickel. Weight: 4.5 grams. Diameter: 19.5 mm. Edge: ribbed. Mint: Paris. Mintage: 57,548,000. Designer: Oscar Roty. Rarity: very common. Features the allegorical figure of Semeuse the Sower, a symbol of the French Republic, walking and sowing seeds. Reverse: displays the denomination, 1/2 franc, and the year, 1968, surrounded by a laurel wreath. The value of the 1968 0.50 franc coin varies based on its condition. Approximately 14 cents around $0.15 United States cents. Approximately 14 cents around 15 cents USD. 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 These values are based on current market prices and can fluctuate depending on demand and collector interest. The 1968 0.50 franc coin was part of France's currency reform aimed at simplifying the monetary system. Prior to this, the old franc was subdivided into 100 centimes. The new franc nouveau franc was introduced, with one new franc equal to 100 old francs. This coin was among the first to bear the new denomination and design, marking a significant change in French numismatic history. Due to its high mintage and commonality, the 1968 0.50 franc coin is not considered rare or highly valuable among collectors. However, it remains a popular item for those interested in French numismatics and the history of the new franc. Collectors and enthusiasts can find the 1968 0.50 franc coin through various online marketplaces and numismatic dealers. Prices typically range from $1 to $3 USD, depending on the seller and the coin's condition. For more detailed information and collector insights, you may refer to the following resources: Numista 1/2 franc signature, O. Roty. Pheronime. 1/2 franc 1968 Silver Age coins. French half new franc. Introduction. Brief introduction to French coinage history. Importance of the 1968 half franc coin. Overview of what will be covered. Historical context: France in the 1960s. Political and economic situation. French currency system before and after 1968. Transition from old franc to new franc and coinage reforms. The half-franc coin overview. What is the half-franc coin? Denomination and value in the currency system. Material and composition. Minting details. Mintage numbers, mint marks. Design and symbolism. Description of obverse front design. Figures, inscriptions, date, and symbols. Description of reverse back design. Imagery and text. Designers of the coin and their inspiration. Symbolic meaning of the imagery and text. Production and minting process. Mints involved in producing the coin. Coin specifications. Diameter, weight, metal content. Techniques used in 1960s coin minting in France. Circulation and usage. How widely was the coin circulated? Everyday use in commerce. Economic impact of this coin's introduction. Variations and errors. Known variations in the 1968 half-franc coin. Mint errors are unusual varieties. Collectors look for numismatic significance. Collectors' interest in the 1968 half-franc coin. Current market value and rarity. Condition grading and its importance. How to identify authentic coins versus counterfeits. Comparison with other French coins. Comparison with other denominations from the same period. Differences with previous half-franc coins. Influence on subsequent coinage. Preservation and collecting tips. How to properly preserve half-franc coins. Best practices for storage and handling. Recommendations for collectors. Summary of the coin's historical and numismatic importance. Its legacy in French coinage. Final thoughts. The 1968 half-franc coin represents a fascinating chapter in the history of French currency. Issued during a period of economic modernization and political change, this coin not only functioned as a medium of exchange but also embodied the cultural and historical identity of France in the mid-20th century. To understand the significance of the 1968 half-franc coin, one must delve into the broader historical context of France's monetary system, its design traditions, and the social environment of the era. This script will explore the origins, production, and legacy of this particular coin, tracing its journey from conception to its role in everyday French life. The historical background of French currency. To appreciate the importance of the 1968 half-franc coin, it is essential first to understand the evolution of French currency. France has a long and complex numismatic history, with its currency reflecting shifts in politics, economy, and society. The franc, the primary French currency for centuries, was introduced in 1360 by King John II, replacing earlier medieval coins. For hundreds of years, the franc remained France's monetary foundation, surviving various political regimes, from monarchy and empire to republics and occupations. By the 20th century, the franc was well established, but the economic upheavals caused by two world wars, inflation, and modernization demands led to significant reforms. After World War II, France's economy was recovering, and there was a push to stabilize and modernize its currency system. France in the 1960s, political and economic climate. The 1960s was a decade of transformation for France. Politically, the country was under the leadership of President Charles de Gaulle, whose policies emphasized national independence and modernization. Economically, France was experiencing rapid growth, industrial expansion, and modernization of infrastructure, a period often referred to as the Trente Glorieuses, or 30 Glorious Years, from 1945 to 1975. Monetary reform was a critical part of this modernization. Inflation had eroded the franc's value, and there was a need for currency stabilization to support economic growth and international trade. The government recognized that currency, beyond its economic function, was also a symbol of national identity and pride. Therefore, new coin designs and denominations were introduced to reflect France's heritage and future aspirations. Coinage reforms and introduction of the half-franc coin. Before 1960, French coins were denominated in francs and centimes, with varying designs often rooted in historical motifs. However, by the 1960s, France was preparing to introduce new coins to make transactions simpler and more standardized. In 1960, the French government introduced the new franc, where one new franc was equal to 100 old francs, effectively revaluing the currency to stabilize inflation effects. This was an essential step toward modernizing the monetary system. The half-franc coin of 1968 is part of this revaluation era. It represented half a franc, or 50 centimes, making it a key denomination for everyday transactions. Its issuance coincided with the French Treasury's efforts to provide durable, recognizable coins suitable for the modern economy. Design and symbolism of the 1968 half-franc coin. The design of the 1968 half-franc coin embodies symbolic elements representing France's cultural heritage and republican ideals. The obverse front of the coin features the head of Marianne, the personification of the French Republic. Marianne has long been a symbol of liberty, reason, and the spirit of the French people. She wears the Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom dating back to the French Revolution. The reverse back features the denomination, 1/2 franc, and decorative motifs such as laurel leaves, symbolizing victory and honor. The year of minting, 1968, is also inscribed. The designer of this coin was Henri Le Griffel, a renowned French sculptor and medalist. His work balanced traditional symbolism with a modern aesthetic, reflecting France's respect for history and its ambitions for the future. Physical characteristics and minting details. The 1968 half-franc coin was struck in nickel, a durable metal suitable for circulation coins. Its diameter measured approximately 24 millimeters, with a weight around 6 grams, providing a sturdy and practical coin for everyday use. The French Monnaie de Paris Mint, the country's official coin manufacturer, produced these coins. The mint was known for its high standards of craftsmanship and quality control. The coin featured a reeded edge, a common anti-counterfeiting measure that also helped visually impaired people distinguish denominations by touch. Mintage numbers for 1968 were significant, as the government intended these coins for widespread circulation and public reception. Once minted, the 1968 half-franc coin entered everyday life in France. It quickly became a familiar part of commerce, used for small purchases such as bread, newspapers, and transportation tickets. Public reception was generally positive. The coin was appreciated for its clear design, ease of handling, and recognition of French national symbols. The half-franc coin facilitated the practical needs of a growing, modern economy. It helped simplify transactions and supported the government's broader monetary stability efforts. Economic significance of the coin beyond its practical function. The 1968 half-franc coin played an important role in France's economic modernization. During the late 1960s, France was integrating more closely into the European economy, and having stable, recognizable coinage helped facilitate domestic and cross-border trade. Coin also represented confidence in the French franc during a period when many currencies worldwide faced inflationary pressures. In a broader sense, coins like the 1968 half-franc helped anchor the everyday financial system that supported the Trente Glorieuses prosperity. The 1968 half-franc coin in numismatics. From a numismatic perspective, the 1968 half-franc coin holds a special place as a representative of post-war French coinage. Collectors value it for its historical significance, classic design, and role in France's monetary history. While common in circulated condition, uncirculated specimens and those with mint errors can be particularly prized. The coin serves as an educational tool for those interested in French history, art, and economics. The legacy of the 1968 half-franc coin. Though the franc was eventually replaced by the euro in 2002, the 1968 half-franc coin remains an enduring symbol of mid-20th century France. It reflects a time when France balanced tradition and modernity, reaffirmed national identity, and pursued economic growth. Today, it is a cherished artifact for historians and collectors alike, preserving the story of a transformative era in French history. The 1968 half-franc coin is far more than just a piece of metal used in transactions. It is a capsule of French history, art, and economics from a dynamic period of change. By understanding the historical context, design, production, and legacy of this coin, we gain insight into France's journey through the mid-20th century, its challenges, and its triumphs. As a symbol of the French Republic and a tool of commerce, The 1968 half-franc coin continues to tell the story of a nation that cherishes its past while looking confidently toward the future. The 1968 half-franc coin was minted during the Fifth Republic of France, a period marked by significant political and economic changes. The coin was part of a series introduced to replace the older franc with the new franc, following the currency reform of 1960. This reform aimed to simplify the French monetary system and stabilize the economy. One half-franc coin, featuring the iconic Semeuse, Sower design, was produced to circulate alongside other denominations in the new franc series. Its introduction coincided with a time of social unrest and political upheaval in France, notably the May 1968 protests, which were pivotal in shaping the nation's modern history. Design and composition. The 1968 half-franc coin features the Semeuse design, created by French engraver Louis Oscar Rody in 1897. This design depicts a young woman sowing seeds, symbolizing the nation's progress and the nurturing of its future. Obverse inscription reads, République Française, French Republic, and the reverse features the denomination, 1/2 franc, along with the national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, Liberté, Equality, Fraternity. Composition. Weight. 4.5 grams diameter, 19.5 millimeters edge, reeded. Mint. Paris in 1968, approximately 57.5 million 1/2 franc coins were minted in Paris. Despite this substantial mintage, the coin is considered common in circulated condition, making it accessible to collectors. However, its value can vary significantly based on its state of preservation. The value of the 1968 half-franc coin is influenced by its condition, with higher grades commanding premium prices. According to various numismatic sources, approximately €13.12, around €1.71, about 62 cents, approximately 22 cents, around 13 cents, about 11 cents, approximately 9 cents. These values reflect the coin's market price as determined by collectors and dealers, and they can fluctuate based on demand and availability. Those interested in collecting the 1968 half-franc coin, consider the following tips. Coins in higher grades UNC, XF are more valuable and sought after by collectors. Authentication. Ensure the coin's authenticity by purchasing from reputable dealers or certified platforms. Preserve the coin's condition by storing it in a protective holder, away from moisture and direct sunlight. Stay informed about market trends and values through numismatic publications and online resources. 1968 French 1/2 franc coin is a significant piece of numismatic history, reflecting the economic and political landscape of France during the late 1960s. Enduring design and substantial mintage make it a popular choice among collectors. Understanding its historical context, design, composition, and market value can enhance appreciation for this coin and guide informed collecting decisions. The 1968 French 1/2 franc coin is a notable piece in the history of French numismatics. Of the Semeuse series, it was minted during a transitional period in France's monetary system. This coin reflects both the artistic heritage and the socio-economic changes of mid-20th century France. Historical context. The transition to the new franc. In 1960, France introduced the new franc, nouveau franc, to stabilize its economy after periods of inflation. New franc was worth 100 old francs, and this revaluation led to the redesign of French currency, including the 1/2 franc coin. The 1968 franc coin was part of this new series, which aimed to modernize and simplify the nation's coinage. The Semeuse design. The Semeuse, Sower design, created by engraver Oscar Rody in 1897, was chosen for the new coinage. This design features a female figure of Liberté walking and sowing seeds, symbolizing progress and the future. It had previously appeared on various denominations and was revived for the new franc series to maintain continuity and national identity. Specifications: diameter 19.5 mm, weight 4.5 grams, composition nickel edge, reeded, minting period 1965-2001, catalog number F198. The 1968 coin was minted in Paris, with a total circulation of 57,551,000 pieces. Design remained consistent throughout its production run, with minor variations in mint marks and edge inscriptions. The obverse of the coin features the Semeuse, designed by Oscar Rodi, depicting Liberté as a young woman walking and sowing seeds. She is draped in a flowing gown and wears a Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom. The inscription, République Française, encircles the image, affirming the coin's national identity. The reverse side displays the denomination, 1/2 franc, above an olive branch, symbolizing peace. The national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, is inscribed around the design, reflecting the core values of the French Republic. The year, 1968, is also present, marking the coin's issue date. Economic significance. The 1968.5 franc coin played a role in the economic landscape of France during the late 1960s. Its face value was modest. It represented the nation's efforts to stabilize and modernize its currency. The introduction of the new franc was part of broader economic reforms aimed at combating inflation and restoring confidence in the French economy. Recent evaluations, the 1968.5 franc coin holds interest among collectors. Its value varies based on condition, with well-preserved specimens fetching higher prices. In excellent condition can be valued at approximately €1.71, while those in less favorable conditions may be worth around 22 cents. The coin's historical significance and design contribute to its appeal among numismatists. 1968 French 1/2 franc coin is more than just a monetary unit, it is a testament to France's rich history and cultural heritage. Through its design and production, it encapsulates a period of economic transition and national identity. Collectors and historians alike, it offers a tangible connection to the past and a symbol of France's enduring values.